What was it that made you jump from Notre Dame to UF?
It was freezing.
Who's your GOAT, bro?
Tom Brady.
Brady.
I ain't gonna lie to it. You could make the argument that, Pat Mahomes win this one this year. People my age would be, going down the street to party or something like that. And I'll be out there, just working out, consistently every day. I gotta get to that NFL.
What kind of legacy you want to leave behind?
Leave the University of Florida better than how I found it. This really means something to me.
What does it take to, be a good DB in the SEC, bro?
One wrong step in.
Who's the toughest receiver you played?
Toughest receiver.
Welcome back to Smac Studios. Today I got a star in here, man. Let me read you some of his stats. 29 tackles, 5 PBUs, 3 picks, 123 yards on them interceptions, a 4-star recruit, a U.S. Army All-American, and the SEC Community Service Team. You can say this man is for the people, man. Today I have Devin Moore.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Yeah. Bro, I want to be talking about your story. I want to talk about the status that you dealt with, the recruiting process, criticism. I want to talk about injuries, mental health, NIL, the NFL, and who is Dev behind the scenes, man. I want to talk about your faith and just any other plans, bro.
All good topics.
It's all good topics? I'm glad you're here for it, bro. So, if you want to take me all the way back, bro, I feel like I knew you as, an athlete, but you became strictly a football player. So can you tell me what it was that made you choose just football?
Through playing so many different sports, running track, playing basketball, playing football, playing soccer when I had the chance to, just different things, you feel me? You figure out kind of what sticks with you and what you have the most love for, I'd say, and what you think can take you the farthest too. That was kind of one of the main things. I really enjoyed basketball too, but that's something you got to play 7 days a week, 3 times a day. It's a real and if you're not 6'5" or taller than that, then your chances of making it to the NBA are pretty slim. Not saying you can't, but they slimmer than 6'5" in baskball. It's still you still only a point guard. But 6'5" in football, you a giant. Right. So it's me being 6'3", always being kind of tall and athletic. Thankfully, I definitely football. I knew football would take me the farthest, and that's something my dad kind of seen too. So he put a really big emphasis on football. He played football, so he did coach a lot of people who played football. And me just trying to maximize what God had gave me, I think football would have took me the farthest, so I chose football.
I'm glad, bro. Me, bro, I've always been kind of the dude who plans things, I'm going to do this at this time, and then I'm going to get here at this time. Were you like that, bro? Were you a huge planner? Did you have a notebook as a kid? I'm going to do this and that? How were you, bro?
I say I was the biggest procrastinator of all time.
Word?
Yeah. It's always I don't know. But I think that helped add to my creativity, though. It's when, I don't know, it's something about making decisions and, going through life, with pressure on you. I feel pressure just elevates me to be more at my best. So it's when them times come, them deadlines come, it's okay, I gotta make a decision. Boom, my mind just okay, let me really think. And let me make this decision and okay, the pressure's on, let's really lock in.
Yeah.
So I think that that helps me. I think so I ain't no notebook, no type of planning. Just wake up every day. Maybe just a little bit, okay, what I gotta do today, maybe make sure I take care of that, and then it's on to the next.
Nice, bro. So did you have any mentors or did someone guide you or who did you look up to growing up or today?
I'll definitely say my brother, Dante Harper. So he that was my best friend growing up.
Yeah.
So we had shared a room at one point, and I come home. He always picked me up all these little sports and extra activities that I did when I was younger. My parents, they would be at work, and he would be the one to swing by, get me, make sure I was on time to places and stuff like that. And he was an athlete himself. He was averaging like 30 points per game his senior year at Naples.
He was a basketball
His
player?
junior year. Yeah, he was a basketball player. And he actually had the courage to go play football too. So he played football, scored, I think he has the longest receiving touchdown in Naples High history. Yeah, so that was his first year ever playing football too.
So it's in the family, bro.
I guess you could say that, but yeah, he definitely was one of my biggest role models. Just because I seen the hard work he put in, and I was like, he kind of set the standard. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I got to live up to his name now and trying to see his name. And, he always kept me on the right track and, just helped me get to where I'm at today. And I'll definitely say my parents too. They weren't overly strict. They always gave me my freedom, but made sure like that I knew right from wrong. So it's like, and then they were the ones too when they had time, or they'll make sacrifices so I can make it to my practices, my games. My mom still come to every football game that I play in. So, it's it's real love. We got a real great family. I can't thank them enough.
That's good, bro. Mm-hmm. And it seems like you met the standard too. So how can you tell me what it was like, bro? From being 14 to 18 years old, being a highly sought out recruit, bro. Mm-hmm. And what were your thoughts on college and some of that? Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's it all came real fast. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Growing up, especially my freshman year of high school, it's I used to always see people posting their offers. Damn, I need to get there. What am I doing wrong? Why? Because it was people in my freshman class that I kind of knew that were getting offers, and I wasn't really getting them. So I was like, damn, what am I doing wrong? I got to go harder. Let me get in the weight room more. Let me, go outside when I'm at home, just do a little work and perfect my craft. Mm-hmm. So then when it really, I think it took off my freshman summer. So then when it really took off, it went fast. It's I got NC State first, and it's crazy how I got that offer. So growing up, my dad, he coached me on travel basketball. Mm-hmm. His organization. Mm-hmm. So one of the players, one of my teammates, his name Najee Cook. He played on that team. He's from Lee County, Fort Myers. Mm-hmm. So his uncle was I think he was a former NFL player. He played for the Raiders. And then he was a college coach now too. Aaron Henry, that's his name. So he would always come to the games when he was in town and support Najee, because he was out there full court pressing the whole game, bringing energy. Those were great times. So he would always go out there, and then he would kind of see me, because I always played a grade level up in travel basketball. So he would see me and he'd be like, damn, he really athletic. And then I think he might have got a hold of my Pop Warner football clips. So yeah, he a good player. So it's crazy.
Pop Warner? That's that?
Yeah. Okay. So I had the Pop Warner highlight tape. But then after my freshman year, he had seen the film and everything. I played decent. I could have played much better, but it was my first year on varsity as a freshman. The game speed was still pretty fast. But it's each game it would slow down more and more though. Very similar to college, to be honest. But after that, he had got my number and called me. He was like, "Yeah, I've been following you for a while. I want to give you your first offer from NC State." So then after I got that, it's probably 2 days later I had got Florida, Miami. And then things just really started rolling in, and I was like, wow, this all happened way too fast. I went from last week, damn, how do I get them? They got all these offers and everything. So now, I'm in the same position there.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, bro. Mm-hmm. So you committed to UF, man, but originally you were committed to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
What was it that made you jump from Notre Dame to UF?
It really was. I had to go visit up there to really see it for myself. When I had went up there, it was freezing.
Okay.
It was freezing. So I'm like, man, I'm going to have to live up here in like 9 out of the 12 months. I'm going to be pretty cold most of the time. It's like, and this is also, we had to take probably like a 3-hour flight. It's like, man, this a lot of work just to, for my family, like, for them to come see me play. So it's like, yeah, I don't, and I'm a big family guy, so, you know, any chance I get to see the fam, I want to see the fam. So taking flights back and forth, and for them to have to catch flights every week just to see me play, it's like, yeah, I don't really want to put them in that position. And then also, the head coach, Brian Kelly, he had moved on. He had went to LSU. So then it was they didn't really name the head coach. So I was like, yeah, I gotta, and then by that time too, I didn't take my official visit to Florida yet. And Florida had hired a cornerback coach that I was really close with, and Corey Raymond. And he, you know, just the product he had produced in, you know, the past few years, it was a no-brainer. It was like, it's down the street, great education. They both got great educations. You know, it's my home state. It's not like playing for your home state. And having a chance for your family to come see you play and having a chance to come back and visit.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
So now you at UF, you a freshman, you know, you was a 4-star recruit.
Yeah.
And, you know, you was an All-American game. So, you know, you're a pretty humble guy, but, like, how did you feel, like, stepping on the field and you ended up playing?
Yeah.
Like, so how was, like, practice? How was fall camp, man? Like, tell me, like, that process. What was your mindset like?
It was, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was one of the biggest adjustments I had to make in my life. Like, the first few months, it really took some thinking. I had to do some real thinking. Like, before that, in my life, it was just like, okay, everything just, you know, I do this, that, and, you know, just keep it moving day by day, just keep grinding. That was my first time really being away from my family for like a long period of time. So it's like that really had hit me. And I was like, damn, I can't even see them like when I really wanted to. And I didn't have no car at the time either. So it was like, once they dropped me off and I was in that dorm room, I was like, okay, yeah, this real now. Like, you know, it's only me in here. So, you know, that was definitely one of the biggest adjustments. And then the workload and, you know, how responsible you got to be, that was a whole different, you know, thing to tackle too. I ain't never had no problem of, you know, not showing up to things on time and, you know, not being responsible. But I feel like the workload had went up completely. You know, you had to check in for mandatory breakfast. You had to, after breakfast, you had to go to class, make sure you're doing good in academics. But as soon as you get out of class, you got to go to workouts. You know, make sure you're on time for lifting. You know, eating right. You got to make a certain weight. Like, make sure your weight's good. And then that was just for the first like off-season part. So then when we really started the spring ball and the football part too, it's like just more stuff added to the workload. Okay, now you got meetings every day. We had meetings in the off-season.
You came in the spring?
Nah, I had early enrolled. So I had came in like in January.
Okay, yeah.
So that whole process was crazy because it all happened so fast. It's like 1 week I was out in San Antonio for the All-American game. Yeah. So we spent the whole week out there. Then as soon as I got home, the next morning, we got home at like probably 9 p.m. from the flight. The next morning I had to pack all my stuff up, wash all my clothes, and get in the car. It was time to go to Florida and make that drive. So I didn't really have time to really digest it. So I think that played a big part in like mentally, like, damn, I'm really on my own. So, but when you add the football into it too, it's just a lot on your plate, and you got to make sure you're mentally strong and responsible just to take care of your responsibilities.
Good for you, bro. And then, so criticism, my question is, having so many eyes on someone like me can overwhelm me, bro. Like, you feel me? There's something called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is basically when, like, you think everyone's watching you, your every move, they're overanalyzing you, when in reality that's not really the case, bro. So, like, how does it make you feel when, like, the media may criticize you or say, like, oh, Devin's hurt, Like, where is he? Like, what is he gonna do? Or how does that make you feel?
So at first, I definitely say it affected me because it's like damn, what these people are saying might be true. Like I'll start like believing in what they're saying because it's power to like what you look at and feed yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was like, I'll feed into it a little bit, but then I'll talk to my mom, my teammates. My teammates will definitely go through the same thing. So we'll talk about it together. Like, stay off social media. Like, we all know what's really happening, what the real is, you feel me? It's a lot going on behind closed doors that they don't know about. Like, they don't see all the hard work you put in. It's not like we asked to get hurt, you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just something that unfortunately happens. So, but like, it just took just going through that a few times, just getting hurt maybe 1 or 2 times. I definitely say it helped me, like in the long run. Now it's like I'm so locked in and focused on, okay, what can I do to make University of Florida a better program on and off the field?
Nice, bro.
You feel me?
Mm.
That's like my number one goal. Like, okay, that's what I'm so locked in on. And all that outside noise, can say what you want. But that's my number one goal. I'm gonna stick to that. And if you don't respect it, then that's on you. That's just what I'm about.
So for me, I've been hurt, and I had a conversation with one of my boys the other day about like, when I got hurt, man, like coming back on the field, my mentality was like, I don't want to hurt myself again. Like, what's your mentality? How do you like stay sane, bro, and not? Because I feel like that'll hold you back.
Yeah, for sure. You're thinking about it every time you got to make a tackle or something. Yeah. But I don't know. With me, I've always had trust in our training staff that they'll put me out there when the time is right and when I'm, strong enough and recovered enough to or my injury, that I might be better now. Like, it might be stronger than it was before. So that honestly, that thought never even runs through my mind. Yeah. It's like, because when you miss time, you be so eager to get back out there. Mm-hmm. So it's like, when you finally get the chance to get back out there, I'd be forgetting I even got an injury, to be honest with you. It's just like, okay, I'm finally out here, like, kill.
Conversation shit.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro. So it never really, like, ever took a hit on your mental health?
Mm-mm. I say, like, in the beginning it did, when I was new to the whole, like, because they be on Twitter and stuff. Yeah. So I was on Twitter, like, a lot my freshman year. Just, I'll look at the stuff and I'll be like, damn, like, you feel me? I'll just be like, damn, and then I'll keep it moving. But then I'll still be thinking about it a little bit. But now it's like, I'm so locked in about just helping the University of Florida become a better program. And if you can't see that for yourself, then, that's on you. Like, that's just the type of person I am. I can't control no injuries. I don't like getting hurt at all. Mm-hmm. I just like, there's nothing more I want than being out there with my brothers playing, playing for the fans, for the program and the university and my coaches. And, injuries are just unfortunate. You got to work back from them and keep your head straight, keep your focus locked in, and, just recover and get back out there.
So college football is completely like changed, bro. Like we're living in an age where players are getting paid for their name, bro. Yeah. And some people have bad things to say about it. Other people have really good things to say about it. Mm-hmm. But you're witnessing it firsthand, not just for yourself, but like your teammates too. You feel me? High profile to low profile. Mm-hmm. What do you feel about NIL?
I think it's a great thing to a certain point. I just think there needs to be a little bit more control in it. Because, it's still like we're not professionals yet. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be at the same level that like NFL free agency is. Like, if they're giving me more money, I'm going to go over there. Like, I don't really think it should be about that. Because, that kind of takes like what college has been about for the past decades. Mm-hmm. But I think getting paid is definitely life-changing, and I fully support that. It gives you opportunities to help your family out and set yourself up in life. Like, if you save that money, you're smart with that money, people get a big jump start in life, having some money to come out on, to put down on the house or buy their own car or, just invest. So I think it's a great thing. I just think they need to kind of find that fine line where, you know, getting paid is great, but it shouldn't turn into like the NFL where it's just a free agency frenzy where it's like, oh, whoever gives me the most money, I'll be here 1 year. They just gave me $1 million. Okay, I'm going to go there the next year. I don't think it should be like that.
So are you not a fan of the portal?
I mean, I'm a fan of the portal because I think it gives people who didn't have access to as many resources and opportunities. It kind of levels out that playing field for some people. But I don't know. It's really, this probably just me, but I was just really raised on loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I'm somewhere, I'm gonna stick there and ride it out. Like, you know, even if somebody's in front of me, like, okay, let me just continue to work. And you know, especially University of Florida, like, you know, they've given me so much. That's the least I can do is, you know, stay loyal, and just give everything I can back in return to the university.
That's good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, it's cold out there, man. Hey, but this Steely Almore hoodie keeping me warm, man. Introducing the Steely Almore Colorado Stone hoodie. Hey, man, it's the winter time. This is a heavy quality fit. This is a vintage wash. And keep your swag up, man. You gotta have the oversized fit. So use code SMACTALK to get 15% off. Back to the show.
Do they ever talk to y'all about like financial advice? Like, do your coaches like ever sit down and talk to you guys about how to handle your money? Do y'all talk about it? Like, do you ever see guys like splurging a little too much? Like nobody gets held accountable. Like, how do you feel about that?
There's definitely some splurging that goes on.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I see it, I try and, you know, direct them into, you know, a good direction. Like, you know, save that money, man. Like, you're not going to be getting this money forever, and the NFL is not guaranteed for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, save that money. You know, it'd be a good, some good money to start out on, like, you know, after college with a degree. Like, you know, you can do some stuff with that instead of spending it on like designer clothing and like overly fancy stuff. But yeah, we definitely have financial advisor meetings. They make it mandatory for our collective. Yeah,
good, bro.
But you got to meet with them, I think, 2 or 4 times a year. I'm not sure. I kind of go beyond that just because I didn't realize how much depth there was in the finances.
Taxes,
like taxes, yeah. Like when I had started getting paid, and for the first time I had seen like I had a real paycheck, and I see how much taxes really take out of it. I was hurt to my heart. I had to pay like $8,000 in taxes, and that's on top of my taxes being withheld too. So it was like, for the first time, it had me sick to my stomach, and I was like, okay, and then you go on, I'm a big YouTube guy, so I go on YouTube, I'm like, okay, there's no way, like, there has to be some loopholes to not pay as much in taxes. And, you know, and then I talked to financial advisors too. They talked about setting up LLCs, S Corps, being able to write stuff off, having a whole different bank account just for business expenses. And like real estate and writing off vehicles and stuff. So that's definitely, I say this is the first year that I'm definitely going to take advantage of it. Because, you know, they say it helps more to take advantage of it when you're making more money. So I wasn't making as much my first year. And then second year I made a little bit more. And then this year I made a little bit more. So I definitely say this is the first year I'm going to take advantage of it.
Guys like you were smart, bro. You really thinking. So, like, when you get to the league, man, this ain't going to be no issue for you at all. Yeah. But speaking of the league, man, like, let's talk NFL Dream Team, bro. Do you have one, or you just trying to get there, bro? I'm just trying to get there.
You know, I've seen some of the best people not make it to the league.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the least talented people make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's all just.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Honestly, I think there's a fair share of luck that goes into it. You know, staying healthy is one of them. And just off the field too. They want to know who you are off the field. You know, you could be a very talented person or a very talented football player, but are you a good person.
Right.
Because they're investing multi-millions of dollars in you, and they don't want to get somebody who's, treats people bad with no respect and things like that. So I think that's part of it. And I think the main thing is just being able to bounce back from adversity and just keeping your focus, like not letting distractions get to you. Okay, this is my end goal, and I'm going to keep working until I get there.
Mm.
Yeah.
How do you even, like, we're talking about dudes off the field, but, like, I've always known you to have a higher status, man. How do you deal with, like, things being thrown at you, bro? Girls, parties, bro, the college life. Like, how do you stay focused? Like, where does your mental discipline come from, man?
My parents, I mean, it's like, they weren't strict, but they knew how to get through to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was always like, and just keeping them in the back of my mind, my family, like, okay, I'm a representation of not only them, the university, my teammates. So it's like, I got to be moving on point too. Like, I can't be doing no crazy stuff or, just being out there like that. And I think it's just me as a person too. Like, I'm a very laid back person. I like, my hobbies are like video games and investing. So like, those are two of the things that keep me in the house a lot of time. I like cooking too, just cooking my own healthy meals. I feel like it's important to find hobbies, healthy hobbies for you. So like healthy mentally hobbies, healthy physically hobbies. And that'll help you limit all that or just keep it away from you entirely. So that's what I kind of follow. And the people you hang around. That's the biggest thing. So you hang around people who go out a lot of the time, you probably gonna go out a lot of the time.
Could you tell me, like, what a day in the life of Devin's life look like?
Yeah. I mean, what you like.
You have different, like, seasons of your life. Let's say, okay, you about to go back up. It's off season, winter.
So okay. So I'm trying to remember. I think around this time we just have straight lifting. So it'll probably be like I'll get up at 5:20 a.m. and get up, brush my teeth, take a shower, get ready, all that. Get to the facility by like 5:45. Eat a little something like a granola bar, just give me a little energy, and not be lifting on an empty stomach. And drink like a Pedialyte drink. So then after that, go in there and lift probably till like 8 o'clock, 8:10. I think, I'm not really sure what the schedule is. So then after that, I actually got my classes. So, after that, it'll probably be like 8:10. We got mandatory breakfast at 9:30. Like that's the cutoff, and it starts at 7.
Yeah.
So probably go get some shower, go get some breakfast, do some rehab, get some recovery. And then go off to class. After class, come back to the facility, do something extra. If that's film, that's just a little touch up on my techniques. Do a little something extra, then get lunch. Then really, this is the most downtime we have.
Yeah.
So after that, go back to the crib. Just chill, watch YouTube or play video games. Then until nighttime, cook some dinner, go get something from the cafeteria. Then just do it all over again Monday through Friday.
What's your favorite dish?
I like chicken quesadillas.
Yeah.
Simple to make, good. You can put buffalo or barbecue with it. Like, it's very versatile too. I feel like the sauce, like I could eat the same meal probably like 5 times a week and just change the sauce out. And it seemed like a completely different meal to me. So, you feel me? I'm simple, though.
I want to ask you a couple fun questions, bro. Like, who are your top 5 best NFL DBs?
Man.
Top 5.
Top 5? That's a hard one just because I didn't grow up watching, all the legends back then.
Right.
So the old heads might give me some you feel me, a little bit of shade for this, but number 1, probably Deion Sanders.
For sure.
I think Deion. 2, probably Darrelle Revis. 3, see, this is where it gets a little muddy. 3, top 5. Probably Champ Bailey, or I'm trying to think. Probably Champ Bailey. 4 or 5. I'm not even sure, to be completely honest, but if I had to throw somebody out there, probably like Ty Law and Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman?
Yeah.
I like that. Who's your GOAT, bro?
GOAT? Like in football?
Football.
I say GOAT. Tom Brady.
Brady?
Yeah, you can't. I ain't gonna lie to you. You could make the argument that, Pat Mahomes win this one this year. He might be up. He damn sure getting up there with
You
Brady.
think he will be in the conversation?
For sure.
I think he'll be in the conversation when he retired.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, Faith, bro, I want to talk a little bit about that, bro. Tell me, like, we were talking before, like, the cameras turned on. We were talking a little bit about how you've been going to church and stuff, and, like, you've been taking this a little more serious, man. Like, what role has God been playing in your life? And, like, how have you seen him?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, he's the only reason why I'm here right now. Like, that I'm so successful, that my family's so successful, that my friends are so successful. Because it was a lot of adversity that I had to go through, my people had to go through. And, him just allowing us to shake back from that, keep our head on straight, put the right people in our life, allow us to make the right decisions. That's all credit to him.
Yeah.
Every good thing I've ever got, has been from God. Like, that's how I really completely see it. And I feel like, going, like, injuries and all that, he was one of the biggest reasons why I was, I shook back so easily from it and never lost my focus and always kept my mental right. So I think he plays a completely big role. I pray every morning, every night. I go to church too. That sometimes I got to be more consistent doing that. I definitely, I need to go every Sunday, maybe even like Wednesdays too. Like, that's definitely something I'm working on. And, but yeah, he's, I can't thank him enough. Like, real. That's real too.
I'm happy to hear that, bro. If you could talk to, like, the 14-year-old version of you, that freshman, or like just another dude who's like, who looks up to you, like, what would you tell him, like, what steps would you tell him to take to get to where you were? Or even further, you feel me?
Just hard work. Like, hard work. It's crazy because, like, people in my neighborhood will always see me, and hard work and don't care what nobody think. Like, people in my neighborhood will always see me right outside the crib. Like, we had a little porch. I'll be right there in the grass. It was probably like 10 yards this way and probably like 6 yards this way and like 15 yards like this way. I'll be out there damn near every day doing ladder drills and just doing something, like working on my craft, like, because that was one of the biggest things my father had like installed in me was like, if you want to get to where you want to go, you gotta work, like, you got to. And I'll be out there, people will be, little kids will be riding their bikes by. People my age will be, going down the street to party or something like that. And I'll be out there, like, just working out, like, consistently every day. Like, it got to a point where working out helps me mentally. Like, I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but the mental effects of working out are just as good as the physical ones, at least for me. Like, when I don't work out, I feel cloudy in the head. I don't know. I don't have as much energy. It's crazy. It's what I found for me. So it's like, I made it such a habit to work out. And it's like, if I don't do it, I feel worse than, like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. It's just a weird thing. Yeah. But I definitely say, like, and not caring what people think, like, that's just as important. Because, people might discourage you along your journey, like, oh, why are you working out so much? Like, why do you care so much? It's like, you don't have the same vision or goals that I have. And then they, like, in the world we're in today, they hate on you for the stuff you're supposed to be doing. You feel me? If you supporting somebody and they journey, they'll hate on you and call you a fan for that. Like, we was talking about that. Like, it's crazy, like, the world we live in today. So, and social media is such a, big distracting thing that, like, you just got to keep focused, don't care what nobody think. and keep working until you reach your goal.
How do you use social media? So it sounds like you don't use it like everybody else uses it. Like when you get on it, like what's your mentality, bro?
It's like I don't know. I use it just to check up on like what all my friends are doing and stuff like that. Communicate with all my people and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't post like that. I probably post one time a year.
Yeah.
Like, if you go look at my profile, I'll post one time a year, and then I'll do it to just other things I post on my story and things like that are just just cool pictures that I got from playing football.
Yeah.
I posted my niece on there. I got a new niece.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate that. And then just giving back too, I post that, and then I also repost like my friends and teammates like pictures and stuff like that, like just show support, things like that.
So you really a man of the people. What are some of the like things that you like support? Because you were SEC team for community service.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do? How do you earn that?
It's just little things like just I don't know. It's I don't even know how to explain it. It's just things that you just do like even when I don't know. My mom's a social care worker, so she helped foster kids like bring them presents and stuff, check up on them.
Yeah.
So I feel like that rubbed down on me a lot. I would go to her to some of her events. Like they had one, I forgot what it was called, but you'll go to Walmart and buy kids, take foster kids around and like, fill up a cart with gifts for them and stuff. So it's things like that, and then it's things like that, and just spending time with the youth. Like that was the biggest thing for me. I got the chance to go to Greece, like trips abroad with the Gatorade program we have, which is outstanding. They program amazing.
Mm-hmm. What is Gatorade?
It's helping you outside of football. Using football to help you outside of football.
Okay.
So it'll help you with like internships, opportunities outside of football. They'll connect you with the right people, like buying cars and stuff. Mentors you want to follow. Like it's amazing. Like I can't even like the job they do. I can't even put like a cap on it because they do so much. But I had the chance to go abroad though to Greece and South Africa, and even when I had went abroad, like they had made it a bit, and that was with the Gatorade program. They made it a big emphasis to help the less fortunate people over there.
Yeah.
So it was things like that, helping the kids over there too, and I don't know. It's going back to faith. I feel like if you get blessed with a lot, it's only right of you to try and bless others too. So
what kind of legacy you want to leave behind as a man and a football player?
As a man, want to be remembered as a great family man. To my parents, my siblings, the family that I create one day. And outside of that, just a great person, like a person you could come to with anything to talk about. They're gonna keep it real with you. You feel me? Tell you all the right things you want to hear, and that's not afraid to help you. Like if I got some knowledge that you're seeking or you want, I give it to you. Like I want to see everybody in this world win, eat. You feel me? Do their own thing. That's really
You're not lying.
So what?
You're not lying.
Well, so yeah, it's I don't know. And as a football player, I gotta get to that NFL. Got to. I've been working this hard my whole life. So get to that NFL. And obviously the goal is gonna be have a 10+ year career and all that. But, getting to the NFL is the main thing. And then whatever falls in line after that, I'll be thankful for everything. Thankful anyway, even if I weren't to make it. So, and then also leave the University of Florida better than how I found it. That's important to me too, because they've completely changed my life. Like NIL, degree, the fans, the people I've met, it's completely changed my life. So I feel like I owe it all to them to give it my all to, be that leader, be that guy to, just help it get to where it can be.
Nice. What can we expect from you this upcoming spring?
This upcoming spring? Just a hard worker, a leader. I
Yeah, you were the older guy, though.
Yeah, I'm an older guy. It's crazy how fast it went.
Mm-hmm.
I took a step last year being a leader, started speaking up more, so I feel like I just need to keep building on that. And, you know, just work hard and let everything fall in line.
Like, what are some of the things that they don't tell you about the recruiting process?
I mean,
because they talk about college sports being a business all the time, but like the recruiting process before you get there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do they not tell you?
So there's two different offers. There's verbal offers, and then there's official offers. You can commit to a verbal offer and everything, but it's not like official. So like, you know, I had probably 30 plus verbal offers.
Are these like through Twitter? Like these are like over the phone?
Over the phone. So a coach will reach out on the phone, be like, or in person, because they'll visit your high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And, when you visit their school, they'll tell you like, oh yeah, you got an offer here. And that's just a verbal offer.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a real offer, but it's not like the realest. So you could commit to like a verbal offer, but they really have no like liability or they have no, I'm trying to think of the word. Like, at any time they can really pull it with a verbal offer.
They have no commitment to you?
Yeah, commitment. That's what I'm trying to say. But with an official offer, they only get so many of those. So when they give you an official offer, it's like, that's the one you can commit to, sign on, like all that. So I had 30 plus verbal offers, and I only had like 5 or 6 or 7 official offers. And those offers were, like when I came out of the top 7, like or top 5, you know, who I was going to be focusing on. Then the schools will verbally offer me. They're like, okay, we don't really have a chance. Like,
what were those schools?
Like, what you mean? Top 5?
The top 5 that you came down to?
I can't even remember. It was like Alabama, Florida, Notre Dame. Was it Florida State? I'm not sure. Or no, it was LSU and Georgia too.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things. Is the difference between verbal offers and official offers. And then another thing is they gonna tell you everything you want to hear to get to the school. Like in my situation, like this hasn't happened to me, but I've like talking to my other friends and stuff that go to different schools. They gonna tell you everything you want when you get to the school, but it's a whole different story when they get you there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know, you gotta work your way up, earn your respect and all that. So yeah, that's other than that though, you know, everybody sees all the good things on social media though, the recruit pictures, the campus and the fields and stuff, the hotel, the official visits. That's all a great experience though. Yeah, I had a great time in the recruiting process.
Well, how did you feel when they said you going to the U.S. Army All-American game, bro? Like, how did that make you feel, bro?
It was crazy because that's another one of them things where I was like, dang, I'm watching these people who came before me. I'm like, I can be, you know, I'm similar to him. Like, what is he doing that I'm not doing? Like, and then when I had the opportunity, like when they had told me, oh, you're going to be one, it was just like, damn, this is a great feeling. Like, thank you. Thank you, God, for, you know, bringing this to me. Like, this always been a goal of mine. And, you know, I had that thank you feeling. I kept that with me, and I used it as motivation. It's like, okay, now I got the opportunity. Let me go show them let me go show the world what I can do. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to get a pick in the game. So, you know, it was all surreal. Yeah, I couldn't even hold my emotions in. I was like, went from someone who didn't think they would be here to getting here and, you know, having a great game. So
what do y'all do during that week? Like, is it just practice and then that game, or like?
I'm trying to remember. It's you do little skill events against like the other team. Like I think we had like we'll play video games like a Madden tournament.
Okay.
You'll go out to eat as a team. You'll have practice. You'll have meetings. And then it's really like you got a lot of free time too. Your family, they travel your family out there, so you spend time with your family and stuff. And yeah, it was a great experience though. great experience.
So I want to talk about the first pick, bro. Like, what was going through your mind when you got your first interception, bro?
Man, it's crazy because, you know, people always tell me, like, yeah, you need to take, like, running back lessons and things like that.
You almost took one to the crib against, who was it?
Kentucky?
Kentucky,
Yeah.
Kentucky, okay.
But it's crazy because, like, when you don't touch the ball since high school, when you first get that ball in your hands again, it's like you don't even be thinking, like, it's totally different than, like, having the ball in high school. Everybody's bigger, faster, you know, stronger, all that. So it's like you really got to, like, be checking us around. It's like, okay, let me make sure not to get hit and, like, fumble or something. But it's just different, something you're not used to, like, at least me. It's like, I'll catch it. And I'm like, man, I really got the ball. Like, let me try and work out with this. But yeah, it's a whole different feeling. But when I had that first pick, it was surreal. It was like, because, you know, I went through my whole freshman year, or 5 games my freshman year that I did play, no picks. And then, like, the first half of my sophomore year, no picks. So then when I got it, I was like, man, like, this really means something to me. So this really means something to me.
That was against Tennessee?
Yeah.
I seen that one.
It was a great feeling. It was surreal. And, like, the whole atmosphere I had got it into.
It was crazy, ain't it?
Man, that's like, damn, I really pumped the crowd up like that. Like, it's crazy.
That's real. National championship. Who you think's gonna win, bro? I mean, obviously you can't root for nobody.
Yeah.
But, like,
my prediction?
Yeah, your prediction.
I think Ohio State.
State?
Yeah, I mean, even from the beginning of the season, they the pieces they went out and got in the transfer portal and, like, the team they kind of built, they got a really complete team and, you know, a really disciplined team too. So when you got, you know, a talented team that's disciplined, you know, those happen to be the best teams every year. So I think the weapons they got, I think Ohio State, that's my prediction who wins.
Who's the toughest receiver you played?
Toughest receiver. I want to say probably my sophomore year, first Tennessee. They had I forgot his name. They had a receiver who was like number 89, I think. And he was very underrated. But his releases and, like, his sneaky speed, he had sneaky speed. Like, where, like, he'll get a step on you and you won't even know it.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but it's like number 89 or 88 for Tennessee. He was
He's the toughest?
He was the toughest. He had, like, nice routes. He'll break it down, like, in 1 or 3 steps. And just a really complete receiver. He was tall, big, like.
But what does it take to, like, be a good DB in the SEC, bro? You playing against, like, really great talent, bro.
Yeah. It takes a whole lot because, you know, DB is one of the hardest positions. One wrong step and, you know, it's...
You're running backwards.
Yeah. One wrong step and it's over with.
Yeah.
So it's just being a geek about your technique. Like, that's one thing. Or, like, because that's what DB is. A lot of DB, like, your technique gets you farther than your athletic ability. So making sure your technique is on point and just keeping your composure too. Even when you're in a bad spot, not panicking, you know, just following your training, you know, what you're coached to do, and just being able to apply that on the field is one of the most important things. You know, just being very controlled when you're out there. So,
is there anything you want to tell the world, bro?
Nah, just, you know, tap in. SmacTalkstudios. See it. And, you know, chase your dreams. Go do what y'all love to do.
You finna be wearing 28 next year?
Yeah. I was thinking about changing my number, but all my people got, you know, stuff with 28 on it. And, you know, it's not a common number. So I was like, okay, it's growing on me.
Why'd you pick it, by the way?
It was, my freshman year, that was like one of the only numbers open, like in the 20s. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get 28. Sophomore year came. Let me just stick with 28. Junior year came. Okay, like, it's growing on me. Let me stick with 28. Like, my people getting 28, my friends and stuff. It's like the senior year. It's like, yeah, let me just ride it out. You feel me? 28, yeah.
Hey, y'all look out for number 28, man. He gonna continue to do big things, and he gonna be in the league, man. I promise you.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Thank you, bro.
Nah, for sure. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.